started by telling you some things that are really important to me. It's Faye, what's on my mind? My gay boy Adam is on my mind. So I met Adam at a drag competition. Actually, I met him at Miss Florida FI a couple of weeks ago, right? And he's super good looking, and he's literally living the gay dream, but he's not happy. So he decided to send me a message about it, right? And I'm no expert, but I'm willing to help anyone, you know? So he looked me up on social media and he sent me a message, and this is what it is. Dear FayWhat's, great meeting you. I love the dress you were wearing at Miss Florida FI. I get that a lot. Gay boys just like love my dresses. I don't know. Anyway, I loved what you were wearing at Miss Florida FI. So I don't want to sound whiny, but I have a great boyfriend, interesting job, cute dog, and enough money to buy most things that I want. This is supposed to be gay heaven, right? And yet I'm not happy. I often feel like, is this all there is to life? Why can't I just appreciate all the good that I have, Faye? By the way, I loved your I'm not happy joke that night. Signed, Adam in Oakland Park. Okay, so I love Joan Rivers. Joan Rivers is one of my favorite comedians of all time, and she does his whole entire bit about Princess Diana and about how wonderful things Princess Diana had all the money in the world. She had all these beautiful crowns, but she wasn't happy, right? So that's what I was telling Adam that night. But I didn't know that he was really, really, really genuinely upset about this and really, truly didn't feel like he was appreciating everything that he had. So, all right, Adam, okay. I love that you stalked me. So let's begin with, you're not alone with these feelings, all right? In fact, I hear this all the time from my gay boys. It's pretty common. But we rarely talk about it. If we do, we fear we'll sound like kind of spoiled, right? Well, there's a lot of research that has been done on happiness these days. And we think what will make us most happy is a great job, a devoted, hunky boyfriend or girlfriend, and a beautiful apartment, right? But the research shows, and it makes it clear, that the strongest source of happiness is the feeling of being connected and being part of a larger whole. Not that kind of whole, dirty boys, whole, okay? I know it sounds old-fashioned, like we should all be in church on Sundays, but the majority of LGBTQ plus people lost interest in religion a long time ago, especially when it became clear that we weren't welcomed in most churches, right? And yet the feeling of, is this all there is, pops up a lot. The soul is always urging us towards a larger life, whether we like it or not. And the not enough factor, the I need more factor, is something that always pops up, I think, in LGBTQ+, you know? In some ways, asking the question, what else will make me happy, is like a luxury that we sometimes don't feel that we deserve. It means that the more basic needs of money and love are met. It's a good problem to have, but that doesn't mean it isn't difficult. And worse, it can cause depression and anxiety when you feel this way. So to answer the question for you, Adam, you need to move beyond what our culture and community say is happiness. The loudest voices tell us that happiness is a matter of finding love, work, sex, and money. No particular order, of course, but usually sex should go first, or last, whatever. These 4 areas take up most of our time. Plus, there's a lot of good stuff to watch on Netflix and HBO Max, right, these days. So did you see Dahmer, by the way? Oh, I can't even see Dahmer. Okay, that's a whole other what's on my mind. Anyway, Adam, if you want to increase your happiness, I advise you to focus on feeling connected to something bigger. For most of us, that means finding a group where we belong, and not just any social clique. I mean, a group that is focusing on something bigger. The goal of the group could be community service, it could be improving our athletic or health life, or intellectual or artistic interests, or it could be about exploring spirituality. Like church for me, AA for me. You know, that's those groups that make me feel a part of. For you, it could be cooking maybe, or baseball, or sports groups, or a church that welcomes all, like Sunshine Cathedral, where we're in right now, or Unity on the Bay. If you want to go big, pick a group that is helping others. It's one of the most powerful ways to increase your sense of fulfillment and happiness. It's easier to get started if you decide that you're joining for your own benefit, rather than feeling like it's a freaking duty or, you know, something that you become a goody-goody and start helping others. Groups can be annoying too, though. Remember that. Members start fighting. It can be hard to find parking at some of the meetings, and we get tired from work, and then we have to deal with the personalities of all these different people. And yet they provide an experience that can't be had elsewhere, and certainly can't be found sitting alone with our laptops or binge watching Dahmer. They provide the experience of connection and belonging. These used to be common human experiences back when everyone was not stuck in these crazy places and stuck on their iPhones all day and social media. We've left the dull homophobic towns, but we've lost something in the process. So even if it sounds corny or nerdy or dull, I'm gonna tell you to keep exploring until you find your group that is focused on creating something together. Just type something that you care about and the word group into Google. I promise you something is gonna come out. It could take months, or maybe it could take even longer to find the people that make you feel whole. But when you do, I think you will know what greater happiness really is, all right? So, did you enjoy the show? I know you did. So make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any of the events, news, or interviews right here on the FayWhat's show. Ring the bell at the bottom of the screen, right there, so you'll be alerted every time we're live. You can also click on the Happening Out Television Network logo so you can see all of the shows on the most diverse LGBTQ+ media network. Find out just what we're doing to bring the L and the G together right here on the FayWhat's show. Get the week started with me.